Hey babes, welcome back. Now, of course, I'm jumping right into this video because I'm really excited to share with you a new type of hair that I'm going to be reviewing from YGWIGS. Of course, it is their Genius Weft. This means that they are coming through with the super thinnest weft you have ever freaking seen. This is version hair. The wefts are as thin as 0.5 millimeters. You guys, I cannot make this up. There are no short hairs, meaning no beards on it. If you're not familiar with what that means, you know when you get a weft and they kind of have these short, stubby pieces on them that just don't really help you, honestly. Well, they have completely removed that so that you get from start to finish a full length of hair. These can actually be cut, double, triple, quadrupled, whatever it is that you feel. But if you're the type of person that wants to do a sew-in, make clip-ins, or even a quick weave and you need the flattest install, YGWIGS has you covered. So that'll be what we use for the first half of the hair in combination with some of their bulk hair. So of course, we're going to be doing a half up. I don't really want to say half down. I mean, honestly, half is down, but the first the first half is actually styled. So let's get into it. Y'all know that I typically like to start off with freshly washed hair. Mizani is my absolute go-to. I just can't see life without using this as a heat protectant. So of course, y'all know if you need a direct link, it is already going to be listed in my description box. You guys ask me all the time, like, Chrissy, where did you get the blow dryer? Chrissy, she already put the blow dryer in the description box. So just check that out. Y'all know I'm so proud of my hair. Obviously, I said this probably for the past 10 to 20 videos. If you are new here, welcome. Now's a great time to subscribe. And if not, that's okay, girl. If you don't know, my hair has been going through a journey. It's literally been roughly this length for about a year to a year and a half, somewhere in between. I went through the journey of causing severe heat damage from micro links and then choosing to grow that out only to heat damage it again. So now here we are. Hopefully not repeating the same steps. Obviously, I do maintain my trims at home, but if you do feel that you need a professional, listen, 10 out of 10 recommend to go see someone. Obviously, I'm here to give you style inspiration, but if you don't know how to trim it yourself, I don't recommend doing it. I'm just kind of here to give you a little bit of tips and tricks for maintenance and just new ideas to try. So I wouldn't be me if I was not starting off with a middle part, obviously, then sectioning my hair off to make sure that the front is exactly even with the back. I'm taking the lazy girl friendly way out on this one. So pretty much just pulling my hair back into a low bun, not even a bun, a low plait. Don't know what a plait is. Okay, it is just a super juicy braid. No different than just a singular individual braid. You can decide to do a cornrow, a series of cornrows, but I wanted this to be super quick and easy because I was literally only going to be wearing the style for about 4 days. Now, this is where it can get a little bit tricky. If you guys have not already seen, for my quick weave videos, I typically like to use a protectant. This is literally liquid plastic, okay? This is going to absolutely protect my hair. If you guys feel the need to do a sew-in, absolutely do it. If you want to take the Genius Wefts and make clip-ins, do that also. But in this case, y'all know, okay, I'm always going to take the beginner-friendly way out. Just make sure that your hair is completely saturated. You want this thing to be nice, tacky, wet, moist. Oh, okay, girl. Focus on the hair. All right, get back to it. Literally, once you have everything fully coated, then you will go in with the blow dryer, or you can sit up underneath a hooded dryer. I don't actually think that this would be beneficial to you if you decided to let it air dry. So just for the sake of time, go ahead and hit it with the blow dryer. Don't stay in one spot for too long because it will actually cause the cap to burn. Now, here's a quick look at the hair. Already, straight out of the gate, y'all know a deep wave is going to come super processed, pressed out, but very pretty nonetheless. Once you go through it with your hands, you'll kind of get a better idea of what the curl pattern actually looks like. And then of course, I highly recommend completely doing I don't want to really say a pre-poo because I didn't really use shampoo or anything special to wash it, but I did go through with a little bit of the Fenty conditioner and just a little bit of water to bring out that real pattern. Once I was satisfied with what that looks like, I was ready to go ahead and start the quick weave. Now, I'm not gonna hold you. I actually started this much higher up than I typically would and really stacked the tracks. I mean, almost 3 in one spot just to really get it done. The wefts were so freaking thin. I'm like, girl, if I was doing a sew-in, I think it would be laying as flat as freaking possible. I don't know if you guys can tell from here. It looks like it is literally growing out of my scalp. Feel free to watch this video as many times as you need to. Play it back, slow it down, do whatever it is that you need to really understand that process. I am a visual learner. So if you guys need help and really need that step-by-step, I highly recommend going through some of the other quick weave videos that I have done in the past because they are far more detailed when it comes to laying the track step by step. Now, a little bit of a pro tip here. To really hide the band, I decided to just place the track upside down, flip it up, and then of course you see it kind of has this little hump. So I went through with my curling iron just to flatten everything down. You could have used whatever you decided, a curling wand, so on and so forth. And then when it was time for me to actually get into the style, I decided to go in with my Camille Rose conditioning gel. You guys, I have been in love with this stuff. I'm not getting any type of white cast. If anything, it literally will just turn into more of like an oily type of situation, but I really, really like it because it keeps my hair hydrated, shiny, and very locked into place. Now, of course, when it comes to the bulk hair, I wanted to go ahead and pre-section off a few strands. So not only did I decide to go ahead and pre-section off some of the deep wave bulk hair that they provided, I also pre-sectioned off a little bit of just like pre-stretch connect-along hair just so that I can go ahead and create a knotless braid. So to add on to the cornrow, y'all can see I did a little crisscross pattern. I'm not gonna lie to you, this tutorial is a little bit more on the advanced side because it's not just combining a quick weave, not just combining braids, you are also doing like an extension of a braid as well. So I highly recommend check out some of those other videos because it's truly a build up to be able to get to this point. Obviously, I have a ton of other variations for you to be able to get the style done. There's so many different things that you guys can decide to do. It is truly up to you. Now, I did get a comment before where you guys were like, Chrissy, I need you to zoom in. I realized at this moment, editing this video and really trying to zoom in still did not do justice. So guess what? I'm actually going to be doing the boho knotless braids again, more than likely using the exact same hair that I have in this video to get that done. And so definitely, if you are not already subscribed, definitely make sure to do that. Turn on your post notifications. That way, the next time I post, you don't miss it, okay? Because I realize that this is something that's going to be super beneficial. And if I can help you guys figure out how to do it before the summer times come, girl, okay, you are about to save thousands. Yes, thousands. And this hairstyle took me exactly 3.5 hours, which was not really too bad. I mean, if you consider how long I'm going to keep it in, you really be the judge and let me know if it's worth the time, energy, and effort. But yes, nothing too crazy here. I'm literally just slowly adding in pieces. As long as you add to that middle piece, girl, everything should be fine. Add the hair behind the braid. I don't really know if that's the most professional way to tell you how to do it, but okay, go ahead and just feed in. You'll notice it kind of has a straight in and then the rest is going to be curly. Feed in the straight in behind the braid. Y'all, just look what I'm doing, okay? I'm not the best at explaining this. Y'all know I mean well, okay? I love you. I see you. When it comes to finishing off the braid, I literally just go in and add a few more curly pieces and do a loop. So you literally just take one end of the connect-along hair, wrap it around the entire braid and create a knot. Do that 2 times, trim off the rest, secure it with a little bit of nail glue. I saw my braider do this. I do notice that it can kind of make it a little bit white. So a little, I mean, the tiniest bit goes a long way. Don't overkill when it comes to that. And you definitely want to make sure that the boho hair is not super wet because for whatever reason, once the moisture mixes with the nail glue, it turns white. So if you are going to pre-section the hair off, using a little bit of the Cream of Nature mousse just to kind of preset the curl, do it, but just make sure you give it enough time to actually dry. So of course, I'm just going to continue throughout my entire head doing the same thing. What I did on the left, I pretty much did on the right. I was kind of undecided on if I really wanted to just continue to do a design and braids, but with these nails, y'all, they were a bit too long for my liking. So side note, if you're going to be doing braids, especially to the scalp, girl, get the nails a little bit shorter if you can. If you need that pinky nail to really kind of scoop it in, do it. But you guys see, I did a great job of just covering the track. And the further we get throughout this video, you guys will really get to see how I did that step by step. I really just kind of placed them in a way that directly covered the track, but still gave me a little bit of a design. So this may look different to you. You may decide to just leave them all going straight to the back. You may decide to crisscross, maybe just those 2 end braids to actually hide the band, like I did in one of my previous videos. If you guys don't know, I did a video similar to this where instead of using the wefts, I actually had clip-ins with the same type of wefted hair, and then I just used the ends of each piece to actually cover the track. I know it's another video. If you need to see it, check it out. but in this case, super easy. I kind of like the idea of having the exposed braids with the boho on the end. It was super cute, super quick and easy. And the best thing that you're going to want to do, best practice, pre-section off your parts. You already want to know what you got yourself into before you commit to rubber bands or, commit to a twist or a braid or whatever design you come up with. It's going to be super important for you to know what direction you're going in. That way you can stay on track. And so, like I said before, I pretty much just mimic everything on one side to match the other side. And then in this situation, I wanted to do less is more. Okay. So you'll see I didn't go too heavy with the rubber bands. You want to be mindful that you do not cross these up too many times, because if you do, okay, obviously anytime I hear the word rubber, hair, I hear breakage. Okay. For all of you stylists out there, I know y'all are like, Chrissy, what about them hairlines? I feel you, okay? This is why you do not want to do this style super tight. This is why once you decide to take this out, you want to pop those rubber bands out appropriately. Use scissors, lift them up, don't cut your hair. I already have a video showing you how to safely remove the rubber bands. This is why you guys have to make sure that you are subscribed, you have on your post notifications. That way you are not missing the gems that are coming out week after week. Okay, now that I was pretty much getting closer to the top, I'm not gonna lie, I was ready to be done because I could not believe I decided to really do this crisscross braid pattern. I don't know about you guys, but back in the day, okay, when I first started learning to braid, I was doing my little sister's hair, even my brother's, and like I would always do like designs, and it was just so cool to me. But deciding to do this on my own, I was like, okay, yeah, I still got the touch, but like, girl, this takes forever. Okay, so looking back, I would have totally just done rubber bands in the front just to like quickly move throughout the style. I did not decide to leave out a bunch of baby hair. Okay, your girl is 30 and I am looking at things differently. Does this mean I will never wear baby hair again? Obviously I will. Okay, but to what extent is looking a little bit different for me. So yeah, we're here now, thanks to you guys. You've been in my ear for like years now, and so I finally hear you. Okay, less is more. And I do think that there's something just about natural edges. I don't know what it is. I've really become obsessed with it, and you guys are really gonna like what the conditioning gel feels like as you go throughout your hair and braid. So if you're one of those people that feels like, oh my god, I have all these flyaways, get yourself some conditioning braiding gel. I'm telling you, it's gonna help your hair just kind of silk out. Everything's gonna blend into the hair that you're actually feeding in seamlessly. Just make sure that everything is about the same size. Practice makes perfect. My braids are in nowhere near, when I tell you they are not perfect, girl, they are not perfect. Okay, my braider would be like, Chrissy, stop playing. But that's not important, right? I'm here to save y'all time, energy, and money. And when I say that, I feel like so many of you guys are like, girl, how are you saving me time? Think about this. You are not having to, number one, get in your car, go to nobody's salon, okay? Number two, you are doing it yourself. So you don't have to spend time doing your makeup and finding an outfit to just leave the house. You're not having to do that, okay? Your time is spent in the house, which, I mean, is priceless, okay? Aside from that, a lot of these styles can be broken down to beginner-friendly methods so that you are not sitting in the chair for like 6 to 8 hours. I literally got this done in 3. Had I gone somewhere else and done braids all in the back, did a full sew-in, even had somebody do a quick weave, y'all, this would have been easily a 5 to 6 hour hairstyle. Keep that in mind. When I talk about saving you guys money, I really want you guys to understand it is not just about the money, okay? Obviously, yes, if you have it to spend, do it, but it's so much bigger than that. It just really drives the self-love home for me when I get to spend time with myself, making myself feel beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, anytime that I've sat in someone's chair, I am never 100% satisfied. Nothing to take away from the stylist, but just because I do it myself so much, it just feels so much more satisfying to see it from start to finish. You guys saw the afro to where we are now. Just in case you guys are like, Chrissy, what just happened in between time? I decided to go ahead and dip the braids into some hot water. It was not boiling water, which is why you didn't see too much steam. Just very hot, maybe hot enough for like a tea or something like that, just to relax the hair. Then I'm just going in with some Cream of Nature mousse just to, refresh the curls, get everything nice and situated. I did kind of like put a little bit of water in between my fingers too. That's it, y'all. I'm in love, okay? I'm always in love when I'm doing my own hair, but really just to see the before, the after, where we are now. I decided to like reposition the braids on another day. I'm actually going to post a reel so that you guys can see that as well. And I had no intention on actually adding boho hair into like the front area. I kind of really liked how it looked not to have any hair in my face, but then I went back on Pinterest and I was like, okay. So the style inspiration that I actually saw, there were like a ton of boho pieces. And so, of course, y'all know I had to give it to the girls. And I really want to thank all of you out there that are like actually putting my content on Pinterest. You guys had me on TikTok before I was actually on TikTok officially, so I really appreciate all the support. I love seeing all of the styles that you guys recreate, especially when y'all tag me so I can see them. It's just, yeah, full circle moment. This is the perfect hairstyle. If you guys are looking for a style just to get your hair up and out of the way for the time being, I am one of those girls that don't mind spending a few hours to get the look, and then of course not having to wake up every single day to touch my hair. When I tell you it was just super easy for me to put on a scarf, pull this baby into a bonnet, take it on, put it off, do it again, rinse, repeat, okay, until I am ready to take out the style. It's truly nothing sweeter. This is why I love braids. I truly am so biased to Black women in braids. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. I love when we get to wear our fros. I love to see the wigs, the weaves every now and then, but it's something about a style that is just like giving the braid feeling, okay? And I know the rubber bands are not the healthiest. Obviously, you should not be wearing them for long periods of time because it can cause breakage. It will make you very vulnerable to hairline damage as well. Like, I have to really say all of that, but I do believe that you can pretty much do anything in moderation. So just be mindful, okay? Be mindful. Don't come and be like, Christy ain't got no edges because I put my rubber bands too tight, or I left them in too long, okay? That's not between me and you. That's a you, girl, okay? I warned you. Do not have these rubber bands in for longer than a week, okay? If anything, decide to do this style, get it braided in the front, do some twists in the front. You have full availability to actually do that, even if you still want to keep the back curly. Literally take it out. The conditioning gel is going to make sure that your hair is still hydrated so it won't be all caked up with too much product. Keep it light. Simple, easy. I promise you, girl, the possibilities are truly endless on what you can do. I was super happy with the way that everything turned out. Y'all see, I'm trying to hang on to my little bit of tan, okay? I'm going on vacation again this year, and I'm looking forward to it because, girl, being caramel, it's a thing, okay? Super cute. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Y'all know I love you guys so much. Stay pretty, and of course, I will see you in my next one. Bye, babies.